Live from downtown Detroit, Local 4 News at 11 starts now.
Runways at DTW seeing thousands of travelers today. Many more are also expected to fly in and out over the next few days. Well, thank you for joining us tonight. I'm Damon Fernandez. Devin and Kimberly are off tonight. And so is Kim Adams. So we now turn to Brian Sherman. Brian, what can travelers coming into the state expect to see this holiday?
Well, Damon, I think we're going to have some dry weather continuing as we head throughout at least the next few days. But as you just saw, Tower Cam over at Metro Airport, a very smooth evening in and out if you're meeting friends or family late tonight. But grab the coat. It is a cold night as well. Most everybody into the 30s and 40s. 41 right now here in Detroit, 38 working into Ann Arbor, 36 right now up in Lapeer, and 40 checking in with us down in Monroe. Wind chills very close to that as well, although we've got some lower 30s west of the metro. These numbers will drop into the 20s overnight tonight into early tomorrow morning. We do have a little bit of high cloud cover sticking around through the evening heading into the overnight. Despite that, we'll go mainly clear overnight tonight. That leads to lots of sunshine just in time for America's Thanksgiving parade tomorrow morning. Starting off into the low to mid 30s by 8 o'clock tomorrow morning, warming into the 40s by the time we get to tomorrow afternoon. I'll talk more about when the dry weather ends and snow moves in. Your complete 4-1 forecast coming up in just a few minutes.
All right, Brian, we'll see you in a few. Well, about 1 million travelers are expected to make their way through Detroit Metro Airport this weekend. Experts say this Thanksgiving will bring a record number of passengers through the nation's airports. The TSA estimates nearly 3 million people could come through their lines on Sunday, the highest number ever recorded in the TSA's 20-year history. Well, many travelers we talked to today at DTW say they arrived to the airport hours early just to make sure there were no problems. Now, so far, we're hearing of little to no delays. All right, so we've all been there. You go to the start of dinner and you realize you forgot a key ingredient. Well, with so many people cooking tomorrow, many were hitting the stores tonight. Jacqueline Francis was at Meijer as shoppers got their last-minute items.
Demand, if you want a turkey, we've got turkey here. Rock solid, though. We've been wondering, do you think this could thaw out overnight? A lot of last-minute shoppers here, but hey, that's part of the holiday fun, right? Take a listen.
Mac and cheese, greens with turkey tails, corn, devil eggs with shrimp, cranberry sauce, apple pie, yams.
Talk about a shopping list. All ingredients for the perfect Thanksgiving. Some starting early.
My mom and about 6 of her sisters, we all get together the night before Thanksgiving to do some cooking. That way we don't have to run around too much tomorrow.
You have a long day of cooking ahead of you tomorrow.
Yeah, I do, but I cook all the time, so I love it. You know, I love doing it. Love watching people eat my food, so.
We asked these chefs their secret.
Soak it, marinate it all night, put it on at 5 in the morning.
To a perfect turkey.
Cook it on the bottom. Cook it upside down so all the juices run to the breast. Because you don't want no dry turkey.
Even if it's deep fried.
Well, you fry it with your normal seasonings, you know. Can't tell you all that, but you just sear it off with your Cajun on the top, and there you go. I can't give away all my secrets, though.
Look over here, you can see they're already restocking. They know it's going to be a busy weekend. Reporting from Meijer in Detroit, Jacqueline Francis, Local 4.
All right, Jacqueline, well, here's a quick reminder. A few places you won't be able to get some last-minute items for your Thanksgiving feast. So Costco, Target, Trader Joe's, Walmart, and Aldi, all of those places will be closed. Meijer stores will be closing at 5 p.m. Well, until just a few years ago, stores normally stayed open on the holiday, but during and after the pandemic, many major retailers are now choosing to stay closed on the Thanksgiving holiday. And the final preparations are now complete in Detroit. Take a look, and here's a live look at the stretch of Woodward Avenue where Detroit's great tradition is set to return. Mara McDonald is live there tonight as we get closer to tomorrow's America's Thanksgiving Parade presented by Gardner White. Hey there, Mara.
Hi, Demond. Look where we just happened to have put ourselves. This is one of the most beloved floats in the entire parade. It's Santa's sleigh. The reindeer are looking exceptionally good this year. And a word to everybody who is either watching the parade or going, there are 3 new floats this year, and a lot of them have some special things going on with them. Some have, animatronics, some light up, so be on the lookout. Floating above the parade line, you can see plenty of families are out tonight getting a good look at all these mobile pieces of art, and everybody has favorites.
My favorite 2 ones were the Santa one and the one with the Dorothy.
Why did you like those 2 the best?
Because First, the Wizard of Oz is one of my favorite ones, and Santa brings us presents.
Santa's sleigh is the grand finale of the parade with the Wizard of Oz close by, and I don't know what it is, but these floats look like there's some sort of extra gloss and sparkle this year. Whether it's the detail on Mother Goose's feathers, she's the oldest float in the parade, or the plush Cowardly Lion on the Wizard of Oz float, there are a lot of old favorites and 3 new floats as well. Charles Green brought his son and daughter down here when they were little. Now he's got his grandson in tow. So what was it like hauling these 2 down here back in the day?
Well, it was always fun. We've had good weather, bad weather, and a major storm one time, I remember, and they fussed all the time. I was like, you're going to do it anyway. Let's go.
And for everybody who's an old pro at coming down to see the floats on Wednesday, there are new families too.
It was our first time coming down.
And the kids were just amazed at seeing it all up close.
I just like to see what people can build if they put time and effort into it. And I just like seeing everything because like tomorrow I'm going to be watching it on TV and I'm going to be like, oh, I've seen that.
Back here live, talking about time and effort, take a look at the poppies and the detail on them here on the Wizard of Oz float. They are incredible, and I wasn't kidding about a plush lion. He's furry. He's not made out of paper mache. He's really special. And I was talking to Tony Michaels, Demond, CEO of the parade company, and I asked him, you probably haven't slept for 72 hours. He said, no. I said, so when do you start planning for next year? He said, Tuesday, as in Tuesday of next week. We're live along the parade route. I'm Mara McDonald, Local 4.
Uh-oh, let's hope a lot of people get some rest to see that parade tomorrow. Thanks, Mara. Well, our coverage of America's Thanksgiving parade gets underway at 6 tomorrow morning, so stay with us all morning leading up to the parade. That's at 9. Well, security remains high tonight after 2 people were killed in a vehicle explosion. That happened on the Rainbow Bridge at the U.S.-Canada border crossing. Take a look at this video. You can see in the video the car going airborne. Investigators say the speeding car crashed into the checkpoint structure, causing it to catch fire and explode. Now, we still don't know much about the people inside that car, only that investigators say they do not believe it was terrorism. Investigators also confirmed one of the people who died was from Western New York.
We do not have any derogatory information on this person that we've identified. We don't have any. We're scanning his social media. There's nothing there. We're still running a full investigation, so that's a preliminary assessment.
Now, this whole situation has caused the FAA to shut down international flights at the nearby airport for 2 days. Officials at the Ambassador Bridge say they're monitoring the situation. Right now, there are no delays at the crossing. New tonight, we're getting our first look at the body camera footage showing a man getting into a fight with a police officer in the St. Clair River. That man is being accused of holding the officer underwater.
Put your hands behind. No! Your hands behind your back! Come on! Luke, get off me!
Yeah, you can hear that moment when the officer goes underwater. The Port Huron Police Department says the officer was responding to a domestic violence call along the river at about 7:40 last night. Malik Lewis is now accused of attempted murder and domestic violence. He was charged as a habitual offender. Well, 2 people are facing charges for their alleged roles in a human sex trafficking operation right here in Metro Detroit. We're still waiting on booking photos, but we do know 58-year-old Rodney Wheeler of Detroit faces several charges right now. Police say he beat at least 6 women and forced them into sex acts. Investigators say the 6 women were all over the age of 20 and were each from a different part of Michigan. Another person, Bobby Clark, was also charged. State police say both suspects could face more charges by the time this investigation is over. The husband of Dee Warner was officially charged with murder today. It comes after police spent 20 months investigating her disappearance in Lenawee County. Dale Warner was in court today for an arraignment. His bond was set at $20 million. Now, he was arrested at his home on Tuesday. Dee Warner's body was still hasn't been found. Family members believe she was the victim of domestic violence. Dale Warner is due back in court next week. Well, 2 car thieves were arrested yesterday with the help of flock license plate reader cameras. Troy police say officers attempted to box in the stolen vehicle at a traffic signal on East Big Beaver. Now, the driver tried speeding away, heading directly toward a patrol car. The officer fired 5 shots, hitting the driver once. Now, officers took the 25-year-old driver and his 20-year-old passenger into custody. They are in stable condition right now.